Hello everyone, and welcome back to Soccer Unboxing. So, welcome to my November figure haul. I have a bunch of different items to go through today. Slowly catching up with recording these haul videos, so hopefully I can get them up in a relatively timely manner. So now without further ado, let us get started. So now we're moving on to the pickups for November, and I have two merch items, one prize figure, two Nendoroids, and two scale figures, and then there's also one figure I'll mention that I haven't received yet. So now going into the one figure that I'm still waiting on. I got it off of Akimomo. I paid for it, and it's of course 18 plus, and that is the Native and Rocket Boy Sofame Mononji Canon 1/6 scale figure. So I fell in love with this design, just her overall vibe I really liked. And I paid for it fully on Akimomo, and I'm now waiting on this one. So hopefully again I get her soon. She did release in the end of October of 2023. Akimomo, a month later or so. So I'm just waiting on this one, and hopefully she's having safe travels on the boat. And now I'm going to quickly jump into the merch pickups for the month. So first I have this Toho clear file. This is the, it says Toho Fumo Squared Plush 15th Anniversary Series. So those little Toho plushies that they've been making that people really like. They made a clear file with all the characters in this sort of Fumo form. And I believe you can get other clear files from this series with just like one of the characters on it. But I don't want that, so I just got the one with all of the characters on it, which is, they're very cute overall. I've only played a few Toho games. I'm not like, big into the series. But again, cheap clear file, and I want to pick it up for my clear file collection. After that, we have these little mini Shikishi boards of Miku as Kitsune and a Tanuki. I'm not too sure how much this was. It might have been like $30. But yeah, it comes with 6 Shikishis. It's kind of like a blind box in a way, but with this I get the full set, which is nice. Very gorgeous artwork on these. I really like these designs from Miku as these yokai. So yeah, very cute little pickups overall. Yeah, and just very great quality on these little Shikishis. So now we're moving on to the next figure I have, which is a prize figure. I decided to pick this up because it was just dirt cheap, and it's from Fate, and I really like this character's design. And this is the Fate Grand Order Arcade Tiamat Luminasta Alter Ego Larva by Sega. So Luminasta is the this line of Sega prize figures. Prize figures come in relatively small boxes, so I decided to pick her up. This is an excellent prize figure for what you're getting. There's really no paint defects or anything, and the little decals on her legs that are on there I think are very well done. There's nothing off with that. The eyes are just gorgeous. They're pretty well placed on her. The hair sculpt is pretty nice, even though there really isn't any shading to it. As well as the sculpt, and it is a little bit like transparent, which I think is neat. If I have her face like the camera and it shines through, it's kind of cool. Horn sculpt is very nice overall, and the outfit that she is wearing has this nice subtle pearlescent finish to it, and yeah, very nice tail overall. I guess maybe the one thing you can definitely tell that this is a prize figure is the clear, transparent little, I don't know what you call them, sleeve parts to her. They do look a little bit messy, not bad, but you can definitely tell in some areas. And of course the base, it's very prize figure. I do wish that it did have a little bit more of a Ripley effect. If you see this character in game, she's kind of just floating and the floor beneath her kind of ripples. I think that would have been a nice touch, but for what you're getting for this, especially if you get her pre-owned, there is nothing I should be really hardly criticizing about this figure. the quality is just fantastic for her. And this is her only figure, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm very happy that Sega, you know, they're making these prize figures, and I might not pick any more from them in the future, but from this one that I have, I think fantastic quality overall. And again, very cheap on AmiAmi pre-owned. So now we're jumping into the 2 Nendroids I have for this haul, and these are of course from the game Hollow Knight, a very fantastic Metroidvania, gorgeous art style. I love the combat in the game. It's quite a challenging game, but I feel like I just had a blast with it overall. So yeah, they made Nendroids of the 2 characters from the games. And yeah, so the boxes for these 2, Hollow Knight has the standard Nendroid box, while Hornet, she does have the wider box for some Nendroids because of the accessories that she comes with. And yeah, so I love this game, so that's why I wanted to pick these 2 up. I did not get these off of the Good Small online shop, which they did come with, you know, exclusive special round base with the title of the games that they're both from. For the Knight, it says Hollow Knight on it, and I believe for Hornet it does say Silk Song on it, which is the upcoming sequel to Hollow Knight whenever that comes out. I really want to play that game, but it's been so many years, but I'll be so happy when it finally releases. So yes, I'm going to go through them of course one by one, so starting off with the Knight right here, the main character of Hollow Knight. So he comes with 2 different kinds of cloaks, the nail, which is his weapon of choice, an attacking effect part, a Knightling, which is the little floaty companion he comes with, and then there's other hands and feet parts that you can put on him, so you can pose him. If there was one thing I wished, because, you know, I played the games, is that maybe there was a DX version of this character with a whole bunch of different attacks and powers that he comes with in the game. One of them is like a soul shot, which is like a projectile weapon. There's just so many, you know, because I played the game again, there's just so many things I wish that, you know, if there was a DX version, I'd pick it up. Because, you know, even though he's like quite a unique looking Nendroid, and I'm happy with him overall, as a big fan of the game, I would have liked to see more with this little guy. But yeah, overall, you know, sculpt is pretty well done. I do like the shading on the cloak. There is some darker shading in some areas, which is nice, and the effect part looks nice. So yeah, so if you're a fan of this series, I definitely recommend picking this guy up. Maybe less than retail price considering what he comes with. And then of course we have the main sort of female character, and also going to be the main character in Hollow Knight Silk Song, and that is of course Hornet. So she comes with, I believe, yeah, 2 different cloak parts, her own needle, her attacking effect parts, the Cogfly, which is the little companion that she comes with, and other hand and feet accessories. So yeah, again, I feel like there's some very nice shading on the cloak itself, some, you know, darker shading, which I do like. She does come with her sort of like white, where she's just swinging the nail around her sort of effect. And yeah, also doesn't come with much, which I kind of, you know, again, maybe I wish there was a DX version, but again, Silk Song is not out, so we don't know all of the, you know, different power-ups that she can get in the game. But yeah, again, pretty cool sculpt overall, with the head and such, and just the way the cape is, I think is very cool. I do like that they came with 2 different capes, so you can do more dynamic poses and such. And yeah, so overall, I am happy with these 2 Hollow Knight Nendroids, and you know, again, I'm very excited for Silk Song to release in the future, because I need some more Metroidvania games to play. So yes, next we have another Pokemon figure, and it is again of Lily, and this is the Lily and Clefairy 1/8 scale figure by Kotobukiya. Yet another Warranted re-release, considering how expensive this one is also in the aftermarket. I do have Clefairy right next to me, but because that Pokemon is not already attached on the base, I don't want to have it fall off. Yeah, so again, with these Kotobukiya Pokemon figures, they're already screwed onto the base. With the Pokemon, you just kind of have to place them on there, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, very cute pose overall. This is Lily in her other alternate outfit that shows up later in the game. The box for this figure, pretty much similar to the other Lily figure I have, and it does come with the original artwork. But again, just super cute, and again, very happy for another re-release for this figure. Also looking at the clothing on her, it does look like the scarf is slightly pearlescent, at least with the light I have. And the sculpt on her hair is pretty well done overall, and the backpack, very cute with the little Clefairy doll. And the base, just a standard pink, but the little gold details on there are very well done. And then we have Clefairy right here, who has his own little stand, so he can just prop himself up. You kind of just like put them right next to each other on there. Very nice sculpt overall for Clefairy. Some shading in some areas, it looks like. Some like little darker pinks in some areas. But yeah, very nice sculpt. I don't really notice any defects with this one. And yeah, just an overall nice, again, re-release. So yes, this Lily, of course, was also a Pokemon Center exclusive, which is why she probably shot up in the aftermarket as well. And yeah, I'm very glad that Kotobukiya does, again, do re-releases. I'm really hoping that they do a re-release of their N Kotobukiya scale, because I love his character. And they haven't done one yet, so I'm hoping for that. I believe he is also kind of a Pokemon Center exclusive, which is unfortunate, so probably gonna have to go back to Hobby Genki to pre-order him from there in the future, if he does get a re-release. So yeah, overall, very happy with this very cute Lily figure. To go with, of course, my other Lily figure. So now we're saving the best figure for last, and it is this gorgeous scale figure right here. And this is, of course, the Arknight's Chen Ageless Afterglow version 1/7 complete figure by Apex. And I'm overall just blown away with this figure. Absolutely fantastic. I feel like Apex has such nice quality, especially for their pricing. I'll go into the box pretty quickly. I think it's a relatively good size for this kind of figure. Yeah, the B-roll will show it. Again, I can't remember how it looks. I'll probably edit in like maybe some issues I have with the box, or if I say it's overall pretty solid, because I can't remember for the life of me. So I'm actually going to put this one down for a moment, because there is a little bonus that also came with this figure. And that is, of course, an extra little acrylic charm that came with this figure, with the, like a sort of chibi-fied version of this figure, which I think is absolutely cute. I do like collecting acrylic charms. So yeah, very nice little addition overall. If you notice in the B-roll, it does still have that, you know, it's in the packaging, it does have its like protective film on, so if it looks a little bit ugly, that's why. But yeah, very cute little bonus overall. And then going into the figure herself, I think this might be her best figure, I could be wrong, but I just fell in love with the design, the whole dress that she has, and just the sculpt of everything looks fantastic. And yeah, Chen is pretty much flawless. There really isn't any paint defects or anything. The sculpt is great on her tail and on her hair. The colors are so just beautiful. I just love the blue that they used for her hair and just how it transitions to a lighter blue. The China dress also has some transparent bits at the end, and her tail sculpt is fantastic, especially with all of the individual scales on there. Like, that's a very tedious task to do, just to sculpt all those, and those came out very nice and clean. The dragon himself, I think, looked excellent overall. His hair is a translucent red, which I think looks great overall. And again, just all the individual scales on him are fantastic. Very tedious task to sculpt, but they did an excellent job with him overall. Probably my least favorite part, this little vase that they have on the side with these like little blossoms on it. It doesn't look awful, but it's definitely not my favorite part of the figure. And then you just have this whole sort of abstract, I believe someone, you know, talked about this figure and they described this whole setup as like abstract, like furniture and all that. That's definitely the vibe with this one. And I think it does look nice overall. Assembly for this one. Putting Chen on the base itself was relatively easy. The dragon was giving me a little bit trouble at the beginning. I completely missed that they include a very clear little peg to support him. And then the other one, you just have to put the vase on. A little bit tricky because you have to put the dragon on first and then the vase. You kind of have to maneuver that a little bit without breaking anything. And yeah, the one thing I think happened, which I don't really see right away on this figure, because it's very small, is that when I was putting the dragon on, his hand kind of scratched the base a little bit, which kind of sucked. It's very subtle though, so I'm not really, you know, it's not like I'm looking up close with this and being like, oh my god, that looks awful. And yeah, the other thing that happened, which I actually broke something on this base, but you can't really tell in the b-roll, is actually the chair. I was just practicing taking Chen off the base and such, and when I was pulling it up, the front two legs of the chair actually came off. But yeah, it broke off, but it's not like it snapped or anywhere, and it wasn't like a very bad break. I guess the glue just wasn't strong enough to hold it, and that's what happened. You honestly don't have to glue it back on. It's really you just put it back into place like a normal sort of peg in a way. That's how I describe it, but I super glued it back and now it should be pretty secure. So yeah, thankfully nothing terrible happened with any breaks or anything. And yeah, you're overall getting a very nice set piece. You can actually display Chen by herself without this whole base piece, which is good if you don't have a lot of room. Her front foot is a pretty good support overall, and the chair, you know, it does support her pretty well. I'd say unless you knock into the shelf, she might fall over. But other than that, you know, if you don't, then she stays pretty secure on her own without this huge display, which is nice. So yes, I overall really love this figure. Apex, a fantastic job. And if you love this character, I do highly recommend picking her up because, again, Apex, I'm excited to see what they do in the future because I definitely like to pick up more scale figures from them. So that overall concludes this video. I'm overall pretty happy with the figures that I picked up. You know, some very nice scale figures and even prize figures with nice quality and, you know, pricing overall. So yeah, I'm very happy to add these figures and merch items to my collections. So if you did enjoy this video, feel free to take the time to subscribe to my channel to see what other figure and merch related shenanigans I get into next. So thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.